Rasuke here, salutations, and this is the ongoing My Wish List for, believe it or not, Capcom Fighting Collection number 4. I've got 5 games to talk, no, 6 games to talk about. One is a mystery that I will reveal later, but let's get started with the first one, and that is Beautiful Joe Red Hot Rumble. So what you see here is Beautiful Joe is more of a... At first glance, you're going to think it's a Super Smash Brothers clone, but actually it's more like a party brawler where you collect and fight each other for all kind of various things, and then you've got these like little mini games in between. You could play this game solo as well as... up to 4 players, as you could see here, and it's got tons of style. That's where Beautiful Joe is. It's more of a platformer, arena fighter. There's all kind of items and things like that, so it's got a pretty good cast of characters. There's like multiple skins and things like that, so it is a great addition to start this off. Next up is Tech Romancer for the Dreamcast. Now I have this game, I have the Japanese version of it and that sort of thing. And I did get some comments about the game that I did not have it listed. I saved it for this particular reason. It's a little unorthodox and stuff like that, but it is a mech kind of beat 'em up brawler type fighting game. It's very unique. The controls are a little cumbersome, but overall it definitely has that Capcom style. I would say it's in the same vein of something like Star Gladiator and Power Stone-ish kind of thing. The characters are kind of blocky and things like that, but they move pretty well and pretty fast and stuff like that. But as you can tell, over the top moves. Various different robots, and there's actually a really cool little story mode, you know what I mean, where it's very episodic, and you know, the cutscenes, just the Capcom art style is awesome. And if you're wondering, there's Gen 2. We finally get to use his mech, and I believe he's a secret character or unlockable character or something like that. So if you're ever wondering, will we ever see Jin's mech, there it is right there. You just saw it there. So I think it's worth adding to this collection. I personally think it would be a travesty if they do not add Tech Romancer. All right, let's go to the next one. This next one is Street Fighter EX2 Plus. And I'm going to be playing a video. I'll probably be a little quiet while I talk about it. But here it shows you, yes, how crazy some of the moves and some of the combo setups are for this game. But yeah, I think it's definitely worth it. We've got the Alpha series. We've got Super Street Fighter. You know, all the old ones, but we don't have a lot of the EX series by Akira. Look at that. Just... and it's just going through. I didn't make this, but it just shows you how fast, how crazy the gameplay is, and it looks a lot of fun. You know what I mean? And it does require some button presses there for you to get this down exactly right. But once again, we're talking about the fighting collection, so imagine all the options for that. Yeah, Street Fighter EX2. It's got some of the new characters from EX. Just Star Wars. You hear me? Street Fighter EX. Star Wars? Where did that come from? Anyway, yeah, I think it goes into the fact that we need the last one in the series, and that is Street Fighter EX3. Now, this one is by far probably the more superior one. It's got the larger cast, and here's another video that I'm going to play that also shows just the plethora of things and modes and how crazy the game is. Look at this. It's a tag fighter or single player. Going in, and yes, watch this. Yeah, where you had the dual attacks, like team up attacks, which you're seeing right here. These are Marvel vs. Capcom 2 type of supers for some. Boom! Yoga Flame! Some of these are just awesome. And then Shoryuken! Nice. So that's Street Fighter EX3. You get this unique roster. You have a good story mode. Like, for example, look right here. You got 4 characters against Bison. There's team up attacks. There's customization, including this character called Ace. Look at this. Yeah. That's crazy. Look at look at this move. Does it look familiar? Rugal. Their version of it, of course, not exact. And so what you see here is a customization, and there's more moves than that. So you have that versatility. So I think it's a no-brainer to include Street Fighter EX3 with all of the features that I just named. Let's go on to the next one. Gotcha Force, a game you've never heard of before. If you're a hardcore Capcom fanboy or enthusiast, you have heard about this game, and it is quite unique, and it is quite expensive and valuable if you happen to own it already. It has, the best way I could describe it is that it's almost like a hero shooter game. And I got lots of videos, so you might as well get something to drink and something to eat, because I'm going to talk about Gotcha Force and show some videos like right now. So we're going to be here for a while because I want to explain this game, and it's very unique. So here we go. Gotcha Force is on the GameCube, and it has over 200 gotcha borgs and things like that. And they're like these little toy robots, and you take control of them and you unlock them and things like that. But yeah, each one does something different. Some of them only have like 2 moves. Others have more than other moves, but there are melee, there are, fireball attacks, there's energy attacks, there's, like I said, 200 different ones. And when you win, there is a lengthy story mode. This is how you unlock to get more gotcha borgs, and you fight against Death Force. And you see here, there's the normal ninja. It starts off with, and these are all the areas you fight in, and it is just a very unique game. And so, see, now we're playing as the ninja, and he's throwing those like ninja shurikens and ninja bombs, and he's fighting against a Tinku, which is like this, Japanese like avian bird type of mythology, Japanese mythology creature. I don't know if it's a yokai or not, but the game starts off pretty easy and then it gets hard. Like, he's trying everything to attack this. And yes, you will have to level up characters. And every character you get, look, you get one life. That's it. That's why you have to build up your team. So now he went back to his other character. It does have 4-player co-op. So imagine playing this 4 players online. Awesome. I guess you could do couch co-op. You know what I mean? I know this looks a little chaotic. I will say that the camera is probably the weirdest thing about the game. The controls might be a little weird. They even have transformers. They have insect warriors. They have healers. They have tanks. Yes, from a normal ninja to acceleration ninja. Like, look at this. And he just goes around. Here's a melee character with these huge slashing swords like a shogun. Here's a mech who just drills into characters and stuff like that. And yes, I believe you could even play the game co-op, I believe. There are some different modes and things like that, but the game is huge. There is so much to collect and so much to do. Here's some stills here. If you look closely, this shows it's a support type of Gacha Borg. And here's one of the Transformers. You'll get multiple versions of this. Short range type. You'll see the HP and things like that. So you have to be a little strategic. Killer Girl, she's a long range type, like a sniper. So depending on what kind of enemies you might have, you only get 1 life, until the HP, and then you use the next character. Here's Wing Anubis, one of the more unique, and it's called the Almighty type that you can play as. And it just has tons and tons of variety and characters. They even have jets that look like they're from Macross. Mechs that kind of look Gundam-ish. It just has that over-the-top Capcom flavor. And it has to be, you hear me? Has to be included in this game. I think it would be awesome. I think it would be one of those games you would pick up, even though it looks really kiddie and the story mode is that. But the gameplay, and like I said, I think it plays a little bit like a hero shooter. Yes, the camera's kind of wonky, but if you look up reviews, they give it probably about a 6 or a 7. Those who get used to it even push it a 7.5 to an 8. So anyway, that's Gacha Force. And look up some videos on it. And let's now go into the last game. What could it be? I've been thinking about it. It's a long shot. Even, I would say, Gacha Force is a long shot. Now, I could have put Tatsunoko versus Capcom, but no. Street Fighter Cross Tekken. We already got the SNK. Let's go Street Fighter versus Tekken. This game, even though it had that stupid Pandora system and the gem system, if you take that away, this game is a lot of fun. I absolutely love the art style. And I even like the reimagined powers for the Tekken characters. Very unique, very creative. Look at this roster. I believe different consoles and even the Steam version had different DLC characters. I don't think you'll be able to do that in this, but the fact that you have all of these Tekken characters and all of these Street Fighter characters and it is a tag game will be awesome. Let's look at some footage here right now. Let's play this. Raven and Yoyumitsu. And the combos and everything about this just feels so right. Now let me tell you some interesting things about this as you're watching this. Did you know that you can play with 4 people online at the same time? And you can play it 2 different ways. You can take turns, or all four of you can fight at the same time. Naturally, you can play the game solo, but get this, you can do a super where both of your characters come out at the same time and the computer takes over and you will just, I mean, look at these combos. The game is just fun. I'm telling you, this is an amazing game. I love the art style. I love the combos. I even enjoy the story mode in a way. The hits feel very meaty. The combos feel intentional. You know what I mean? And it just has a certain weight and a certain style to it that a lot of other games and a lot of other Street Fighter games do not have. Look at this. Look at this. Very Marvel versus Capcom like, which I love. So you gotta have it. So there you have it. And let me give you my reasoning behind this. So Beautiful Joe Red Hot Rumble is the party game. You will play it every once in a while. Maybe you just want to try that out. That's the super, super fun game. Techromancer is a mech fighter. More traditional towards like a Street Fighter type, but over the top moves, right? Then you got Gotcha Force, which is more like a Pokemon hero shooter, scenario based. But yes, you can play against each other, with each other, and stuff like that. Online, up to 4 players. That also goes 4 players for Beautiful Joe. Techromancer is just, one against one. Then you have the Street Fighter EX series, where you would have more of a technical fighter and that sort of thing. I know the graphics are a little blocky in that sort of situation. But anyway, last but not least would be Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And I think that would be the main draw. You would mostly want this, I would say, Street Fighter Cross Tekken and Gotcha Force and Street Fighter EX series. Those 3. Because the most content you're going to get is Street Fighter Cross Tekken with just the roster and the IP, and then Gotcha Force with 200, maybe 200 plus gotcha boards, which will keep you busy for a while. Then you've got the fun games like Techromancer and Beautiful Joe. Beautiful Joe has 4 players, Gotcha 4 has 4 players, and that sort of thing. So it really squares out between, if you want a pure Street Fighter experience, you got that. You got the crossover series with Tekken, you got the fun games of Beautiful Joe and Techromancer, and you got the crazy over-the-top collectible of Gotcha Force. Thanks for listening, and this is Rasuke.